What's up, guys? Jason Cardamone here. We're here day 4, the Summer Blitz, and we're going to finish off the lesson yesterday, the success formula. Success equals skills multiplied by action. This may very well be the shortest video I've ever done in my life because I have to get running right now, and honestly, I didn't feel like shooting this video earlier, but this is also a testament of me taking action, which is what we're going to focus on today. So yesterday's video was all about skills, developing skills, how you do that, what that looks like, what kind of resources, time and money you need to be putting into that. And if you don't develop any skills, no matter what amount of action you take multiplied by 0, you get 0 success. So what we're going to do is look at action real quickly today. And guys, action is the simplest thing to do. It's also, in my experience, it has honestly been the most I don't have the word for it. People don't ever take enough action. It's really what needs to happen far more than going, I showed you guys my library yesterday. You need to have a lot less if you were to take far more action and have a smaller library, you're going to have more success as a general rule. Now, I am not at all saying you shouldn't be personally developed. You shouldn't focus on your skill set. You have to do that, or else you're just going to be taking tons of action. You're going to get frustrated and quit on the way to your journey because you're not going to get the success you deserve because you don't have the skills to back up the action. So, granted, now that you know how to start throwing some skills on board, what can you do to take action? And there's a couple things that goes into action. So, I will frame this in a couple ways, mostly around, let's say, internet marketing, for example, because I know a lot of you guys are highly interested in that are following me on Facebook. By the way, thank you guys for all the love on YouTube, on Facebook, on the private messages, all the emails coming back, maybe even Twitter. I haven't even checked Twitter or Instagram. I don't even know where all this is going, but there are messages like popping up in places I didn't even know to check. Like, I didn't expect to get so many responses on YouTube. It's totally awesome. Appreciate it, guys. So the ways to take action, it doesn't have to just be your own efforts, first of all. And when it is your own efforts, that can come of a couple ways. Like in internet marketing, it can come from you putting in time into your business. It can also by putting in money into things like, for example, advertising. The same thing works if you're an entrepreneur and let's say you own like a brick and mortar business. The same thing. It could be time. Action can be your time. You're mentoring your employees so that they put in all their time. And if you have 10 employees working 40 hours a week, that's 400 hours a week you're leveraging versus your own. You could work all day, every day, 7 days straight. That's only 168 hours. So you've already magnified the amount of hours you have in a week. Now, granted, if you're mentoring people, you tend to be at a higher level. So maybe 168 hours of your own time is equal to 10 people putting 40 hours a week. 168 is equal to 400, but then guess what? You want to know how to make like mega superstar life, plus have enough time left over to actually do the things you want, hang out with your family, actually have time to go to the bathroom and sleep and play and have fun, the real value in life, because you're not spending all 168 hours working. The way to do that, add employee number 11, number 12, number 20, number 100, number 1,000, and suddenly the snowball's rolling downhill and everything's magically working. That's an example of taking a massive amount of action on a given skill set. In that case would be your employees working. In the first case I used would be your skill set of how much time do you have available, what kind of ad budget, what kind of money do you have to put into your business, your skills, everything else. And it also, let's pick on health and nutrition. It's so funny. I love all these things, not picking on anything. Choosing different things that I know you relate to. So health and nutrition, to be taking action is, the skill set is you gaining, learning about what good nutrition actually looks like. What does high energy actually look like? How do you eat a meal and not just like hit the wall like you just ate like 15 turkeys on a Thanksgiving dinner? So if that's happening in your life and if you're become aware of that, you have to get the skills to know like how to fix that. And then once you do fix it, it's actually taking the action. It's following through on the skills you know. So what that means is, did you do your workout today? Did you do some kind of physical activity to gain anaerobic exercise, or either one. You know, maybe you do an every other day thing. Maybe you're all aerobic or all anaerobic. I mean, neither one of those is good. If you do only one, you are breaking down your body more than you're building up the longevity of your health. You need to mix in both aerobic and anaerobic activities. There, I just dropped some skills on you around working out. Now you have to go take action on that. And maybe that action is go Googling, what the hell is Jason talking about, aerobic and anaerobic? Is that like biotic man? Like maybe you don't know what those words mean. That's totally cool. I'm not even going to tell you. Go Google it. GTS. Google that shit. So guys, as we're wrapping up this video, action is a critical, crucial, important part of this. And I want to share with you what really good friend of mine, and I'm not sharing any names, and just like he has rarely shared any names at all, but this gentleman has made 9 figures in sales, and it's, you know, well, actually, I guess I wasn't going to say some of that's been in real estate, but I guess some of that was in real estate because he's had big real estate empires too. But his real expertise is around online marketing and a few other areas. But in online marketing, he's driven in 9 figures in sales over time. And one of the things he's seen, he has just amazing network of people. And there are people he knows right now making like $3 million a day and multiple 6 figures a day. And they're literally, what they did was hone in a very simple skill set, and then they literally just blindly, almost dumbly, just take consistent action every single day. And that's literally their secret. They're not out there like going to learn all these new things and going crazy. They found something that works. They're taking consistent action on it, and they're just cranking it out. I just spoke to one of my, I was going to call him a client. I was first going to call him a friend, then I was going to say client to impress you. And the reality is he's all of those things to me. And he lives in Europe. And I just connected with him a couple days ago about what he's up to. And his business, he just had $400,000 in business come in, and he couldn't even service all the business. He had to turn some of it away. So that's an awesome problem. That's when you get to like pick and choose your best clients. That would be like, I put up a coaching offer of like, it's going to be $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month to work with me, whatever it is. And if I have like 100 applications come in and I know I don't have time to work with 100 people, then I get to cherry pick the very best people. That's the kind of problem you want to have in your business when you're running everything the right way. So I was talking with him and finding out what he's doing, and he shared he had a turn away business. And here's what's so cool. He's taken so much action on his skill set that he has. By the way, guys, he runs like a brick and mortar business, but it's all run through local SEO and properties that he's built up over the last, I've known him for about 1.5 years now. And so to see the kind of properties he's built up and to see what he's done in just 1.5 years, and to see he's, boom, just exploded his brick and mortar business, man, that is such an awesome, so he's like trying to figure out how to leverage more employees. I gave him a lot of cool ideas about leveraging off other local businesses and really to where he's not just turning away that $400K, he's leveraging relationships, he's amplifying what he has, and he's all over it. He's awesome. But he's not doing some amazingly high level of like skill set. All he did was take action on a very simple set of skills. He just did the work every single day, and he learned stuff, took action on it. Learn, took action. And now I want to leave you guys with this, and it's going to be, we'll do another entire video on Pareto's principle. It's the 80-20 law. We're not going into that here, but what I recommend, I have people all the time ask me, well, how much skill should I learn? How much action should I take? But you said this, you spent all this money on your own skills, but then how much action are you taking? Blah, and all this other stuff. So there is no exact answer, because this is the power of like, if you were working with me one-on-one, I would hone in, I'd figure out what you're doing, I'd get a really good map of where you're at, where you've been, where you want to go, and what your current skills are, and the amount of action and your capabilities, and skills, I mean your abilities to take whatever action. Maybe part of me understanding your picture is, well, how many hours a day do you have for your business? How much money do you have? I know people that have like next to no time, but they have like 5-6 figures a month they can invest into their advertising, their business, or whatever. I know other people who barely have $5 or $6 to invest, but yet they have 168 hours a week. So depending where you fall out in those scales, the formula is always like, it's always hand-picked for yourself. But I would recommend on the lines of, you spend 20% of your time developing skills and you spend 80% of your time taking action. Now notice I said spend your time. That's like super generic and vague, because I'm at a point in my life right now where I need to find ways to get more time, not to get more money. And it's not that I'm turning away more money, I'm amplifying everything like crazy, but what I need is way, way, way more ability to take action on the skill sets I have. Honestly, I'm never gonna stop going to courses and learning new stuff or anything, but I don't need more skills. I need way more to take action on the stuff I know, and including like the example I gave. Instead of just me spending, 133 hours a week like I have tracked from a year and a half ago, that was so crazy. I mean, you never need to do anything like that. And I'm grateful I did it, and it gave me this amazing foundation for things that came from that. And I wouldn't take it back for the world, but man, that was not fun going through. And I was having fun in the middle of it. My body was not happy with me. It was not any kind of balance, and I don't recommend that, except for the times when you really need to put in 133 hours in a given week. So guys, I hope this helps you. You have to take massive action. Yes, you have to learn skills as well. So that's the success formula, even though I have 3 main ones I love to teach. This is the one where really, if you hear me refer to the success formula over these 90 days, it's probably going to be about this one now. So remember, your level of success is equal to your skills multiplied by the action you take on those skills. And today's video is all about action. Where are you putting your action? How much money are you putting into stuff? And here's your call. Here's my challenge. I'm going to chuck the gauntlet at you. So here's your call. Down below the video, wherever you're seeing this at, go below. And if this is an email, reply to the email. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're going to take action on literally in the next 24 hours. And I don't care if it's the smallest thing, like, dude, I'm going to go actually book that flight that takes 5 minutes. I'm just going to do it. It's something that's been sitting around, and I'm not going into open loops. It's been an open loop for too long. It's been on my task list for too long here. Maybe it's something as big as, dude, I've only been working out for 0 per day, and I used to work out an hour a day, and I'm immediately, right now, I'm calling a trainer in the next 5 minutes. Here's the place I'm going to call. I'm going to book time with them, and I'm starting on 30 or 60 minutes a day starting tomorrow, and I'm going to make it happen right now. And in fact, Jason, I already made it happen by the time you stop talking at the end of that video. So guys, let me know where you're taking action, and do it vaguely. If you don't want to talk about how much money you're putting in and you're hiding, I mean, dude, I don't mean to say hiding, like I'm not trying to put you down. If you want to be anonymous with that and you don't want people to know what you're spending, totally cool, dude. Do it in a vague way. Like, hey, I'm going to amplify what I was spending on my advertising budget. I'm going to amplify that by 2 based on something you said on the video. I realized I've been spending more like 50-50, and I need to crank this up. Maybe you're spending 60% here and 40% on action, and you realize you need to double the amount of action you take to 80 and do less skill development. So now you're going to start spending those extra 3 hours a day on taking action, and you're also going to double your ad budget starting immediately, and here's what that's going to look like, and here's what. So anyway, you guys get the point. You're smart. You know how this works, so go take action on it. Now you have no more excuses to not have success, because all you need is skills and action. And I will end with this just to really throw a wrench in your whole world. I did see this presented once, and someone added in skills multiplied by action multiplied by your attitude. And I will say, if your attitude sucks, if that's a 0, it tends to zero out the other things. If you're not grateful, you have a 0 gratitude, it tends to like really cause a lot of self-sabotage and havoc, even if you're masterfully applying skills and action. So you may have some measure of success, but to have long-term, to create a legacy for yourself, for your family, for like your entire community, the entire world all around you, to create that level of legacy that'll outlast your lifetime for generations and generations to come, you cannot have a crap attitude of 0. You have to consistently, you know, be learning, be growing, and taking action on all those skills. So until next time, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. To your ultimate success, God bless, guys.